Welcome to the Astoria Film Festival Step and Repeat interviews. Today we're speaking with Marta Márquez, whose film Bienvenida a Nueva York is featured in our 2020 festival. And so what encouraged you to make that specific film? How did you get the idea for it initially to start?
First of all, I love horror movies and I like thrillers. And New York City is so cinematographic that I wanted to shoot outside and movement because everything looks so stunning. For the short film, I wanted to prove that I know how to do action and I know how to make a twist and you can make it fun and visual. So we shot in 60 millimeters.
Oh, wow.
I think that was really crazy.
Yes, that is very crazy. that in and of itself, you could do the behind the scenes, that could be another horror movie.
I can tell that it could be a horror movie.
That's awesome. That's amazing. So how did you get started doing film?
I always liked, since I was a child with my brother, we used to have like little cameras and play around with it. And I'm a journalist myself, but when I finished my studies in Madrid, I decided to go to New York to study filmmaking and pursue a career in filmmaking. So I've been always very, very interested in telling tales, especially horror.
Yeah. What got you started in horror? What was your first? Like, I remember as a kid, I had an older sister. She's 12 years older, and so she was stuck babysitting me a lot. And then she would watch films while she was babysitting, and I would, so I remember seeing The Blob on TV, and then like not sleeping for months. My parents were very angry with her. So what was your first kind of horror film that hooked you into horror?
It's kind of the same. I have a theory also, because I think that when you have someone, when you are a child, that makes you watch horror, this is when you feel the real horror, because you don't know better. Yes. So you believe it.
Yes.
And I think that after feeling that, you end up feeling that again as an adult. And
you were addicted. Yes. It's like a runner's high, but it's a horror high.
Yeah, you're looking for that, no? Because I remember like being a child and watching like even Thriller from Michael Jackson. I was like, oh my God, this is so scary. I used to hide behind the couch to see a music video, right? Yep. So, but that feeling, you never finish to pursue to feel that again. Yep. And you are younger and you think, oh, I'm going to be a filmmaker. This is not going to happen, It's not so realistic. So I went to study journalism because I thought that it will be a more steady career and that I like it. And I like it a lot. And after that, I studied a master on radio. When I was there, I did a documentary only with sound. So beautiful. But after I did that, I was like, it should have image,
Yeah.
If you are able to tell a tale with sound and produce all this and edit and use all these effects, how cool it will be to do it for real. And also then when you work with journalism, you have to work with reality.
Yes. Which can be more horrific than the fiction, especially nowadays.
Totally. Yeah, sometimes people tell me, oh, you like horror movies so much, and the world is so scary already, and all this conversation around. But I think reality is way worse.
And I feel like I've said that, like, so we do film workshops with kids, local kids, and they always want to do horror films. Like, they get to choose what film we produce as a group. They always want to do horror, and I think it's a way to control the scary, right? You create this world, you control this world that you create in your film, So it's much less scary than the horror of the reality, right? So it's like you take control of that fear in the film as the director, as the filmmaker, you know?
Totally. I'm into fiction. I love fiction, horror and thrillers and killers, crime, but I don't like the reality. I think there is a whole like philosophy behind fear and horror. It's not only, I mean, you can have a movie just for fun and for the blood and for the screams and still enjoy it because it is in our nature.
Yes, yes.
Here in Spain, for example, we still have bullfighting, which is very violent to see.
Right.
And it's real life.
Yes.
It's supposed to be entertainment.
I mean, if you think, you know, 100 years ago, killings, like, you know, or you think of like the gladiators, or like people went to public hangings, and, you know, so there's never been a time in history where human beings have not viewed killing as entertainment.
It's true. It's true. Like people used to go witness executions, right? And
Exactly.
it still
Yep.
happen in real life in other countries. And
Yes.
people go and witness this. Now we have the chance and the opportunity maybe to fulfill this desire that we all have to see what's going on, what
Yes.
happened. No? But it's fiction and it's different.
Yes. So what are you working on these days?
I've been locked down in this land for the whole year, I can say.
Yes, yes.
So I've been writing, I've been re-editing old projects. I'm gonna release something that I produced now in New York a couple years ago, which is I'm very excited about it also, but still I cannot say. And what else I'm doing? I'm just waiting for this madness to pass.
So where can people find your work? Like Instagram handle, website, if you want to tell.
And this, even though I've been working always as a producer, a filmmaker independent, like a couple years ago, I opened my own company. It's independent, little underground. It's called Chico and Punky Productions.
I love that name. I saw you on Instagram. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's the social media that I have. I just have Instagram.
Yeah.
And that's it. You can find me there.
Anything that I didn't get to that you wanted to talk about?
And I'm really happy that you selected the movie. I'm excited beyond words, and I just want to tell people to have fun watching the movie. This is my horror love letter to New York City.